Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled deep within a dense forest, lived a poor woodcutter and his two children, Hansel and Gretel. Times were hard, and the family struggled to make ends meet. One day, as their hunger grew unbearable, the woodcutter's wife, overcome by desperation, devised a plan to abandon the children in the forest, hoping to spare herself and her husband from the burden of feeding them. Early the next morning, Hansel overheard his stepmother's wicked plan. Determined to protect himself and his sister, Hansel sneaked out and collected shiny pebbles from the garden, stuffing his pockets full. Gretel, although younger, was wise and brave, and together they set out into the forest, leaving a trail of pebbles behind them as they ventured deeper into the unknown. As dusk approached, the children realized they were lost. Panic began to grip their hearts, but Hansel remained steadfast. Following the trail of pebbles, they stumbled upon a clearing where a magical house stood, constructed entirely of gingerbread, candies, and sweets. Their hunger pangs intensified at the sight of the delectable house. Unaware of the house's inhabitant, a wicked witch with a sweet tooth, Hansel and Gretel began to nibble on the walls and roof, savoring the sugary delights. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and out came the witch, her eyes gleaming with greed. "Who dares to nibble on my house?" she screeched. Terrified, Hansel and Gretel tried to run, but the witch's magic was strong. She trapped them and revealed her sinister plan to fatten them up and feast on them. However, the clever siblings were not about to become the witch's dinner. With quick thinking, Gretel devised a plan. She pretended to be obedient, while Hansel used his wits to outsmart the witch. Every day, he would extend his finger through the bars of his cage, pretending he was not fattening up as the witch desired. This deceived the witch, who had terrible eyesight. Meanwhile, Gretel waited patiently, biding her time. Finally, one day, she found an opportunity to push the witch into her own oven, where she met her fiery demise. Free at last, Hansel and Gretel discovered the witch's treasure hidden within the house. They filled their pockets with jewels and gold and made their way back home, following the trail of pebbles they had left behind. Their stepmother, shocked to see them return, embraced them tearfully. From that day forward, Hansel, Gretel, and their father lived happily ever after, their pockets filled with riches and their hearts brimming with love and courage. And the moral of the story? No matter how dear the circumstances, with courage, wit, and a bit of luck, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome.